Okay. The time is 8 o'clock right now. We're starting this new episode of Tea at Dinner Time. Actually, the first one is called Not Safe for Work and the Fandom. It was a it was a choice of yours, so I'm just here to comply. This is your host, Peekaboo, although you guys can call me Pika. And I just wanna clarify something. I want to let you guys know that this is an 18 plus conversation about the not safe for work side of the furry fandom. I'm gonna be talking about art, culture, and a little bit of controversy. So, with that said, let this be a warning. I'm gonna discuss adult topics, so listener discretion is advised. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see how I can get this started with a question. Let me see. How about we start with the first not safe for work free art that I saw or that you guys saw actually. So let me type it in real quick. First, oop, safe for work. Not safe for work free. I don't know how to write. Okay. Not safe or very art that I saw was okay. All right. We started with that question. I mean, getting that question out of the way for myself. I'm just gonna break the ice here. Um, the first Nothing for Work art that I saw of like from the furry fandom, it was actually made by Rubber, an artist named Rubber. I don't know that much about that artist, but it involves this is kind of awkward, but it involves Simba just going at it with Nala from The Lion King. So the story behind that is that I was actually I was actually I think I was like 13 or 14 years old. I had my laptop and I was trying to find a wallpaper for my laptop. And I really like The Lion King. I really do. I really do still like The Lion King still. But the thing is, when I was looking for the wallpaper, again, I wasn't looking for like any NSFW art. I just stumbled upon that, and it was a little traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little traumatizing, but uh, what can I do about it? At the time, I didn't think about it too much. I just keep I just kept scrolling and saw a very nice picture of Simba just looking to the horizon, and I set that as my wallpaper and just moved on. Um, I discovered actually the not silver version of the furry fandom for real in my I think it was in my 20s. Yeah, it was in my 20s, 20 something, 2021 years old, I think. Um, but I'll get into that later on because that's actually another funny story. So, Let me just change the title right here real quick, because I already introduced myself. So we're gonna be talking about where it all began. Where it all began. Rule 34. Whoops. 34. And the furry origins. Okay. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Rule 34, the entire thing of the Rule 34, I'm just gonna do a little research right now, but if I'm not mistaken, Rule 34 started like in the early 2000s, I believe. I think it was a meme thing, and it just grew up on people like over time. Let me see. Let me see if I'm actually. It was something like that. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't the early 2000s. Um, it started. Oh, here it says that it started in the 4chan communities, and somehow, over time, just the furry fandom overall just kind of like took over the term, and and then like about 2004, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Fur Affinity and E621 was born, and then a lot of artists started creating some artwork from like just innocent characters to adult themed not safe for work art. Yeah, I think that's the way it went. Let me see. I mean, thinking about the E621. I mean, this is debatable, I think, but I think Nick Wilde, when Zootopia was uh, released, I think Nick Wilde became like the icon for E621, like for the page, because it was in the top, it was at the top searches for like I don't know how many years. I think it was like 4 years, 4 consecutive years. Um, People were like looking for Nick Wilde. That is insane. And with the release of Zootopia 2 now, it's probably I think it's probably gonna go to the top again. Especially since I saw the trailer and people already gooning all over Nick Wilde because of like questionable poses that he does in the trailer. But then again, I don't actually blame the furry fandom personally. At least not entirely, because I mean the animators at Disney, they definitely know what they're doing. Like they definitely know what they're doing. They definitely know the target audience, and they know this shit's gonna happen. So I cannot blame the furry fandom entirely because of it. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna ask you guys, which character, which characters do you think? Oop. Oh yeah, I was writing it wrong. Right. Hold on. Which? Yes. Which character do you think it's gonna be the next top searches? Whoops. On E16. Was Nick Wilde your first furry? My first furry crush. No, I would say no. Nick Wilde wasn't my first furry crush. It was actually. I think I think we have a tie between Simba and Todd from the Fox and the Hound movie. I think we have a tie between those two. Um, yeah, yeah. I think it's a tie between those two. Shut the fuck up. Oh no. It's probably a tie, but I think I saw the Fox and the Hound first, so probably Todd because I saw it first and then I saw Simba on the Lion King. Okay, I'm gonna say Todd then. I'm gonna say Todd. Todd was my very first um furry crush without even me knowing that the furry fandom existed or if it wasn't a thing at the time. Okay, so let me change this subject real quick. I mean, not the subject, the topic. Because I want to talk about something a little more personal, and I think I'm gonna stay in that topic for a little while. Let me see. Since you guys actually wanted to hear me talking about the Not Safe for Work and the fandom, hmm, let me see. I'm gonna talk about my personal collection. Whew, boy. Boy, am I looking forward to this. Um, so I'm a big collector. I'm gonna be honest. I uh, I see nothing for content, and I tend to collect it. Um, because I mean they're pretty good. They're pretty good pieces of art, and and I like them. Like for example, I've collected. So I collected a lot from an artist called Jackaloo. Um, and I actually supported him in Patreon for like a long for like the longest time. I I did stopped uh, supporting him when he started the internship comic. I think it was the part three of the series. No, yes, the part three of the series, and I stopped supporting him because of just personal personal reasons. I was taking care of some other things in my life, and just didn't have the money for it at the time. But I supported him for like years, and I even bought uh, his comics like in the physical form. I have only three. I'm not sure if he finished the fourth one. I think he didn't yet. I'm not really sure. But I do have three of them, and they are not Civil War comic, but not entirely. Like when it comes to comics, I like to really get into the storyline of what's going on and connect with the characters. And that for me, it just gets me going. Like I really like it. I really appreciate all the drama that the comics have. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of it, and it's a pretty good story. You guys should support him. And that was like my very first comic that I collected, and then I started collecting a lot of not safe for work stuff. And safe for work, come on, and safe for work too. I'm not that pervy, but I did collect things from our Diente. I also supported them on Patreon. For that one was for like a little while, but then I had the money issues and I couldn't afford supporting them anymore. Um, but man, big fan. Uh, I really love the new series that they're creating. It's a massive ass series, um, involving like a lot of characters. And I know you guys have seen their videos. They're going viral. They're almost like Twitchy animations. I collect a lot of art from them and videos. I really like their animations. We love a kinky content creator. No shame in stashing some Nazi for. Yeah. Of course. I mean, it's a little. I mean, to me, it's a little embarrassing to be honest. But I mean, we all seen things, so I think it's normal at this point. It shouldn't be a taboo, but for me, I get a little embarrassed to admit it, but it's okay, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, they're artists as well, and I'll support it. I'll support it again if I can in any way possible. I do have physical art and digital, as well as digital art, and mostly the digital art that I have like saved up on my phone is because just in case I have a power outage and I cannot have my phone for like I don't have internet or whatever. I have my personal collection like right there, handy dandy for me to enjoy. Don't be your own sexuality sexy. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. Do you prefer digital or physical art more? Well, mm, I probably would say digital. I prefer digital more because I think it's safer for me to handle. Like, for example, I have the comics lying there in my room, and if somebody comes in, if somebody comes into my room, and they see the comics, well, knowing myself, I probably don't give a fuck, but I will definitely traumatize some sneaky bastards that actually want to get into it. At least on my phone, like it's personal and it's a little more difficult for you to actually scroll through my shit. So, like sometimes, I mean, people say, people always say to me like all the time that I should secure that type of content on my phone, like put in a password or something. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. It's my personal phone. And if I'm showing you something in my phone, you don't scroll on somebody else's phone. You don't swipe left or right. You just see whatever I'm showing you, and that's it. So since I go with that principle, if somebody actually scrolls and sees something something weird on my phone, that shame on them. Shame on them. I don't give a shit. I'm old school. I like physical, but digital is better to hide on my phone. Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with that. That's exactly what I think. Oops. What am I doing? Hold on. So, along the lines of private appreciation and overexposure, oh man, this is this is kind of a tough one. Cause you see, I try to keep everything private, um, and actually appreciate Nazi for work part of the fandom privately. But when somebody asks me about it, I'm a fucking open book. And and you know what? I don't feel shame when people ask me because at least for now, uh the furry fandom has been like so freaking welcoming towards me and my friends and everything, and they don't shame you for like who you are, what you like. Um, I mean, obviously there's ground rules, like as long as it is consensual and nobody's getting harmed, or it's not showing some taboo kinks, I would say, then everything should be fine. So I wrote a little sketch here, and I kind of want to ask this question. I'm gonna answer it, so don't worry, but I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Yeah, we're going there. Okay. So I wrote this question, nuts or human-like penises? Okay. Um, okay. So I would say not safe for work wise, like pornographic content wise, I prefer not. Um, I think they're sexier because for me, for me, a knot is just more than a bump on a freaking penis. You know, like when somebody knots you, it's almost like a bond. It's like the person the person is stuck inside of you in the most pleasant way possible, just enjoying the moment of an exquisite orgasm. So for me, not represents a deeper connection with your partner. It's almost like if you're actually going at it with your significant other, and you just finish inside of them, and instead of just pulling out and minding your own business, you stay inside for like at least at least a minute or three. um and it's just a different experience, man. Like, you create this bond over it, and for me, it's just way better that way. It's a whole new level of bonding with it, with the with your partner. Honey says both. I am not displeased with human dick, but the fantasy of being knotted or knotting my lover is so intimate. Yeah, I know, I agree. It's just so sexy to think about nodding with your partner and being tied together, basking in that intimate connection. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It's just a deeper connection. But I personally haven't tried like a bad dragon knot yet. I only tried human dicks before, and I really enjoy it. Not gonna lie, I really enjoy it, and for me, it's like it's a whole new level. Um, so I cannot really talk about not that much out of experience because I have any, but mm, yeah, yeah, I like it from behind. I don't care. I said it. I'll admit it. I don't care. So let me see. Storytelling. Yeah, storytelling. So for me, I already said that comics really does it for me. Like comics are really good and it just gets me going. Um, but another thing that is actually awesome that the furry community has is virtual novels. I mean, not virtual. Well, yeah, I guess it's virtual, but it's actually called visual novels. Um, I read a couple of those. I read Ad Astra like from beginning to end. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was so hooked on Ad Astra for like the longest time. Um, for me, the romantic side of the fandom, when it gets mixed with the erotic side, it's just the perfect combination for me. Like, for, okay, so for a person who's pansexual like me, um, a deeper connection with someone or some character means so much more to me than what it might look. Like I'm not diminishing just physical looks. Like obviously you're gonna see that and you're gonna see a person, you're gonna find them attractive. But for me, it's not only about physical, it's about emotions. How interesting are you as a person? So same thing applies to a character. Like whenever I read a visual novel or a comic, if the character is interesting enough, I just I just can't resist falling in love with them, and I want to know more about it and its story and everything. So that's why like comics like Jackalus, like the internship, captivated me. Um, visual novels like um, I would say Lost Shards, but Lost Shards a little bit more sexual, unless you're actually playing the Tate version, which is a little bit more romantical type of storyline. But I feel like the other ones were a little more sexual. Um, and Far Beyond the World, it's another visual novel I really like. Um, the idea of falling in love with, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you're cap captivator. I don't know how to say that word in English, but um, that relationship, like the Beauty and the Beast kind of relationship, for me, it's kind of a turn on. Not gonna lie. And since in Far Beyond the World you wake up apparently injured, and what you first see is a werewolf, or a wolf, I should say. Rannoch, I believe, is his name. You see Rannoch, and you're like, ooh, who this guy? And then he starts doing everything that he can to protect you. Um, but you cannot leave for some reason, and he keeps you and he feeds you. It just takes so much care of you that you just fell in love with the character, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to leave this world like ever. So it just captivates me. The Stockholm syndrome, falling in love with your kidnapper. Well, yes, okay, so okay, I like it. I like that shit. And if that kidnapper is like so freaking, like, hypothetically, because probably like in real life, it would scare the crap out of me. But like in a hypothetical way, if I were to wake up in the middle of nowhere, and a freaking wolf starts taking care of me and making sure I'm alright, bitch, I'm gonna fall in love with you, and now I'm your now you have a whole different problem in your hands. Because now you're taking care of me, and you're not expecting me to fall in love with you. Like, that's not how it works, okay? Naughty Pico. Jesus. A little, just the right amounts of naughty. So, anywho, for me, a really good story mixed with a not safe for work version of the fandom. Chef's kiss. Freaking love that. So, I'm gonna change the subject real quick. Love it. Yeah, I know. It's so freaking good. And I also knew I was gonna take a while on this topic, because if if I would have more hosts here, I would probably just stay in this topic the entire time. But I just love talking about my personal collection. It's so good. But let's move on for now. Let's see. Now the next topic I prepared for you guys is called ethics, ethics, kinks. Your favorite, huh? Ethic, kinks, and ethic, kinks, and boundaries. Boundaries. Okay. Oh boy. So with that topic settled, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I'm gonna ask you guys, where do we draw the line between creative freedom and community safety. There. Where do we draw the line between creative freedom and community safety? Let me see. Well, my point of view is that you can have as much creative freedom as you'd like, but keeping in mind that not everybody is like maybe your kinks, the things you like, not everybody's gonna like it. And that's okay. That's okay. But when your kinks starts affecting um people like in real life, like you take it way too seriously, that's where I draw the line. You see, like you can enjoy. I feel like you can enjoy your kinks. You can enjoy your not safe for work version of the community, but without harming anyone. Like the moment you start harming somebody or yourself, by not having a certain type of control within you, that's when when it becomes a problem. That's where I draw the line um, of a community safety, because the furry fandom, at least for me, and the years that I've been in the furry fandom, for me it has been so welcoming. It has been full of joy, and I just love it overall. Um, but to see someone getting harmed because of the not safe for work side of the fandom, or because you take your kink uh, to the extreme, that's a big no-no for me. Like I think kinks should be enjoyable for like all parties involved, and if you feel uncomfortable, you shouldn't be pressured to do anything you don't want to do. So that's why I said before, like consent. As long as there's consent, that's the most sexiest thing you can ever have. Okay, Honey says, to me it's relative, but it all relies in consent. Yes, it all relies in consent. Definitely consent. I enjoy when all parties involved are pleased with whatever the kink is. If it's harmful to someone or a group of people, it stops being fun. Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does, and it's not fair uh, for the person being harmed. Let's say, regardless if it's physical or psychological, because it's not only that it stops being fun, it starts becoming uncomfortable for the other person. And I think kinks and the not safe for work community and the furry fandom should be something that we, well, embrace, because it's a part of us. It's a part of us. We do enjoy it. Some people enjoy it quietly. Some people enjoy it publicly. Um, it's still a part of us, and it should be enjoyed with respect, um, and with consideration for others. Boundaries are there for a reason, and they shouldn't be pressed or pushed. Yeah, completely agree. Yes, completely agree. Um, Safety first, and if you don't feel comfortable with somebody exposing their kinks or whatever, I encourage you, man. I encourage you to speak up and let that other person know, so that other person don't knows, and it kind of like tone it down a little bit, because not everybody is comfortable with that part of the community. Some people just like to enjoy it, yes, but like privately, and that's okay too. Honestly, my mindset will always be I am here to have fun and enjoy myself and the others around me. The least the least I want is make anyone feel uncomfortable or disrespected. Yep. Yeah, we share the same moral code, honey. We share the same moral code. Um, the moment something starts becoming uncomfortable to someone, we should be mature enough to learn when to stop, and even not only when to stop, but to apologize as well, because um a lot of times we talking about this type of topics, not safe for work, not safe for work or not, we tend to hurt people and not even realize it. And whenever we realize it, and because the other person like reach out, it's always good to apologize, man. Like, be humble about it, and recognize not your not your mistakes, but recognize that not everybody is gonna be on the same page as you are regarding the not safe for work side of the fandom. Like I said before, some people enjoy it publicly, like they don't give they don't give two shits about it. But some people like to enjoy it quietly, not letting anybody know that they exist within that side of the community. Yes, apologizing goes along. Yes, it definitely does. It definitely does. Just admitting the error of your ways, it, it it just goes a long way, definitely. Accept that you just had to learn and grow, but be better afterwards. Yup, completely agree. I mean, I've stumbled upon people before who cannot seem to understand that the not safe for work side of the fandom isn't something that you can talk with just anyone freely. Like, some people will get um offended, some people will get uncomfortable with it. So we just gotta be careful and be mindful of who are we talking about that part of the fandom with. Let's see. So, talking about kings, I don't know, but for me personally, and this is gonna be personally, um, but there's some and there's some kings. You know, like, let's say for example, Boar. Boar, I can handle it. I've seen Boar before. It's not a big deal for me. It's a trigger for some. At least what triggers me is actually gore. That triggers me. Like, I don't get why um harm and lewd, like I don't get why it get mixed or it can be mixed. I just don't get it. Uh, scat, scat and water sports. Mm, man, I draw the line there. Like I could probably tolerate water sports, but scat? Come on, man. Um, I I mean, if you enjoy that, it's fine by me, but just don't show me anything like that, please. Respect my boundaries, I will respect yours. You like those type of things, I don't, and we can live in a happy world where you respect my boundaries, I respect yours. Okay? Um, but that is just a big no-no for me. Uh, Let me see another diapers. Diapers is another kink that is a red flag for me. Um, Again, as long as you're not hurting anybody with it, I guess you, you can perform that kind of kink. But for me, I just personally don't want anything to do with that type of kink. Other than that, let me see. I am aware that one of my kinks is a red flag. Well, again, if it's not hurting anybody, CNC. Okay, please enlighten me. CNC. What's that? What's CNC? Consensual non-consent. Consensual non-consent. Actually, I think I mean, it's the first time I actually heard the term, not gonna lie, but I think I know what you mean. And isn't that a little bit of role play kind of thing? I act like I don't want it, but I crave it basically. So yeah, so it is kind of a role play thing, right? Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like those type of scenarios, you agree on doing things, but not quite. But it was agreed upon at first, so it's okay. So it's actually, yeah, it's actually consensual non-consent. So I get it. I get it. All parties have to agree and even set boundaries and safe words. Yep. Previously to any encounter. Yeah, I imagine that it was something along the lines of. So I think I think this is gonna be my last question. I'm gonna type in one last question because I'm running out of time and I need to wrap it up. But man, this is a topic, man. This is one hell of a topic. Let me see. Um, do we like the oop, not safe for work side of the fandom, or would we rather it didn't exist. Okay, so do we like the not safe for work side of the fandom, or would we rather it didn't exist? For me, I like it. I like the not safe for work side of the fandom. I think it shapes the fandom in a way that we can express ourselves and we can find more freedom in expressing ourselves through characters and storytelling and whatnot. So it'll be a yes. I do like the not safe for work side of the fandom. I think everything. I think if everything is balanced, um, like we're not going to the extreme of things. I think the not safe for work side of the fandom is something to enjoy, just as long as we have some control over it. We just don't go overboard with something that uh, triggers, or it could trigger a certain amount of people. Honey says, I believe it's optional. We can all live in harmony as long as we respect others, just like society out of the fandom. I do enjoy a naughty furry every now and then. Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. Like the ideal world, or in this case, the ideal fandom would be that everybody just respects what they like, as long as what they like and is not harming anybody. Um, it's just a kink, and the person is clear that it's just a kink. It's a fantasy that they can enjoy with people that are comfortable with it, not forcing anybody, and just playing along nicely overall. It's fine if you want to live as your character slash persona, but it doesn't necessarily have to be all sexual. True. It doesn't necessarily have to be all sexual. Um, in fact, people actually within the fandom, people actually role play with other stuff. It doesn't have to be sexual. Like I've seen videos of furries just role playing as, I don't know, like as a fucking fireman, or role playing. Like I saw a lot of videos of furries role playing in GTA when it was in its, in its peak, GTA 5, and they role played a lot, but most of the time it wasn't sexual. It was just furries just being bandits, I guess, just having fun with the game. But it's also fine if you just tap into that persona and get some action for yourself. Yeah, I mean, you're not hurting anybody, so I think that's fine too. Like just be mindful about it. If somebody feels uncomfortable with it, don't judge them. Just try to understand their point of view. You don't know what that person has been through, and especially if it's your friend, just 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 be a good boy. Just be a good boy about it, and take care of your friend. Um, don't put your friend in a situation where it's uncomfortable, or you know doesn't like to be sexualized or whatnot. Not everybody likes that side of the fandom. and that's okay as well. So, having said that, we hit the 9 o'clock mark. I need to wrap it up. Thank you so much, honey, for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait to create a poll on Discord. If you don't follow me on Discord, go ahead. I'm gonna leave the link below. On all the social media that I post this, and that way you can vote on the next Sunday's Tea at Dinner Time podcast. And also, you can join via chat, or you can join the stage with me and talk on one-on-one, have a one-on-one conversation with me about a certain topic. And we can debate, we can debate, and we can talk about it like the entirety of the Tea at Dinner Time podcast hour. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope to see you in the next Tea at Dinner Time podcast. With that, I'ma head out. Okay? Goodbye to you too, honey. Bye bye.